Hello. So, to all Pokemon fans, it's a great day because Pokemon Legends ZA is finally and officially out, and you'll be able to fully play this game now into your PC easily in 4K resolution. So if you want to play this game and don't know how to install this, then please do watch this guide. So first of all, what you need is that you will need to have a copy of all the 4 files that I've highlighted here in my folder. These files are the Nintendo Switch firmware and the Nintendo Switch keys, and it should be in version 20 in order for it to detect and play Pokemon Legends ZA. And also you will need to install an emulator called Ryubing Emulator. But before you follow this guide, I need you to agree first. So a disclaimer, I need you to agree first that you already have purchased a legal copy of Pokemon Legends ZA. We don't condone piracy here. We promote the legit way on how to get your very own copy of your Pokemon Legends ZA. So be sure to buy the game, be sure to own the game, and once you own the game, then you can proceed onto this guide, okay? So just open a web browser now. So we will need to get an emulator so that we can play this game. So go to search in Google, type in Ryubing Emulator, search for that, and then the first result will always be the GitHub page of Ryubing. So click on that, and then look for the latest build. So right here it says you can find a stable release here. So click on the here link, and then you can choose on which installer you want to use on the device that you're using. So if you're from Linux, click the Linux installer. If you're from Mac, and if those who are in Linux ARM64, be sure to get it here. And this also will run with Steam Deck. But for me, in this video tutorial, we'll be focusing more on Windows. So be sure to get the Windows zip file, click on that, download it now. So I already have this file, so I'm just gonna get that one into my folder here, assuming that you have downloaded. So let's go install it now. So go to the zip file, click on that, then open the publish folder, then create a new folder, name it to Ryujinx Emulator, or to whatever you want it to name it. Mine, I have named it to Ryujinx Fork 2025 because it still retained the application file, which is Ryujinx. That's why I call it that way. So I'm just gonna select all the files of the zip file here to install it. Just drag and drop these files into this folder here that you have created. So since I have already installed mine and already been optimized, I'm just going to skip on this part. But for you, copy and paste it into this folder here, and once you're done, just double click Ryujinx application to run it. So let's go run it now. And if this is your first installation, it is normal that your Ryubing emulator will not look like mine, because yours will be empty because you have not installed the necessary files yet in Ryubing in order for it to detect and play such games. So what are the files that are needed to be installed in your Ryubing emulator? So these are the files that you need. So again, these are the Nintendo Switch keys and the Nintendo Switch firmware. It should be in version 20 in order for it to detect and play Pokemon Legends ZA. Now, if you're asking me on how to do this and how to get all of these files, again, the most legal way to do this is that you own a Nintendo Switch console itself. You bought a console, and then you have installed a custom firmware in it. So you have modded it. So if you have a custom firmware installed in it, that means that you have full access into your Nintendo Switch system files, and all you have to do now is just copy all of the keys and the firmware file of the Switch and transfer them into your PC, just like mine here. Now, for you to get the game in NSP file format, again, you should buy the game, own it legally, you have purchased it, and then you have dumped it into a digital backup file such as NSP. So for those people that don't know how to mod, install custom firmware, don't know how to dump their game, but you own the game legally and you own a Nintendo Switch console, then I might help you on that. To solve that problem, just prepare a mobile phone and just scan this QR code here in the screen. Scan it with your QR code reader into your mobile phone again, and be sure to go to the website with it, and be sure to follow all of the instructions in the site in order for you to get all of this free file, because the game is quite big. It's 4 gigabytes of file, and the other 2 is just a smaller amount, but just be sure to follow the instructions on the site to get them properly. And once you are done in downloading the file, be sure to transfer them into your PC if you have downloaded them to your phone. So I'm just going to assume that you have all of these files now, so let's go ahead and install them. So open Ryubing again, the next step is to open the keys zip file, double click on that, double click on the folder, and then go to Actions, Install Keys, Install.keys, create a new folder, name it Keys, open that one, and then just drag and drop all of these files here to copy these files. For you, it will be empty because it's your first installation. Just select pod.keys, hit open, hit yes, hit OK. Then go to Actions again, Install Keys, then click on the title keys, hit open, hit yes, hit OK. Now the next step is to install the firmware. So just go back to Actions again, install firmware from exe or zip file. Then locate on the firmware file version. So it is better to use version 20.5.0. Hit open, hit yes, and it will say successfully installed. You will know that it's successful because right down here below is that it says firmware version 20.5.0, and if you have some Switch games already into your PC, it will now detect them and show you their game icons. So as you can see here, I have Pokémon Legends ZA. I have played it 49 minutes and it's a 4 GB of file. We are not using, or we have not installed the day one update for this game because it will crash Ryubing emulator. So if you are having some crashing issues, that might be the cause. So do not install the update yet. Now there are some settings that we need to change in order for us to play the game properly, and it will not crash in the first scenes or in the cinematic scenes of this game. So be sure to copy me. Now go to Options and go to Settings. And in this part, just be sure to pause the video and copy every setting that you see here. So again, pause and copy every setting. So the game directories is wherein you will store your Switch games. It can be anywhere into your PC as long as an XEI or NSP file format. Now these are the settings for my interface settings. Now I go to Input. It's better to use a controller rather than a mouse and keyboard when playing Switch games. Be sure to connect your PC, Xbox, PlayStation, or Nintendo Switch Pro controller here. Map them up according to your liking, but you should change the direction of the dead zones settings, and it should be in 0.20 for both left and right sticks to solve some drifting issues into your controller if you're having one. Now go to System. The next step here is just go change the VSync setting into Switch, and FS Integrity, you should check that. You can change the region and language here if you like. Now go to CPU. There's a setting that we have changed here, and it is PPTC. You should uncheck that in order for it to run Pokémon Legends ZA. And I almost forgot, go back to settings. We need to change the DRAM size. This is important. You have to change this to 8 gigabytes because the base setting for this for Ryubing is 4. So be sure to change this. This will make Pokémon Legends ZA run in Ryubing. So change that. Now go to graphics. The most important part of the setting. So graphics backend, you should change it to Vulkan API. Your preferred graphics card is that you have a dedicated graphics card, always a GTX 1050 or GTX 1060. That is a really old graphics card now, so you'll be able to play any Switch games with that if you have that. And I know that I think you have better graphics card, so you'll be able to play these games easily. So check enable shader cache and enable macro HLE. Resolution scale, you should change this in 2 times resolution so that the game will look much sharper and much more beautiful than the native resolution of the Switch. But if you're having some issues with 2 times resolution, just change this to native, because I think that you have a lower end of the CPU, you need to change this to native. But if you have a powerful CPU and graphics card and a great big monitor, then you can change for it for 4K. Now for anti-aliasing, I have set this to max SMA Ultra, but if you're having some issues, change this to none. In scaling filter, FSR set to 100%, but if you're having some issues, change this to bilinear. Now anisotropic filtering, it is set to max 16 times, but if you're having some issues, change this to auto or 2 times. Now for aspect ratio, it's a 16:9 because that is my monitor resolution and aspect ratio. Now once you are done here, go to audio. So the settings is really simple, so be sure to copy everything you see here. So once you're done, hit apply and hit OK. Congratulations, your Ryubing emulator is now fully capable of playing any Nintendo Switch game such as the all-new Pokémon Legends ZA. So a little bit of disclaimer, I will not be able to show you guys the gameplay of this game running into my PC because we all know how strict Nintendo is. They have taken down Yuzu, they have taken down Ryujinx, They have taken down most of the websites that got Pokemon games and other Switch games. So I hope you understand. That's why I can't show you any gameplay at all, because that will make my channel taken down and my videos will be taken down. But I am willing to compromise a little bit and show you proof this video tutorial is working. That's why I'm gonna boot up into the title screen of Pokemon Legends ZA. Okay, I'm gonna boot up in there, but I'm just gonna blur the screen from here on out so that Nintendo will not be able to hit me with any of their copyright strikes claim into my channel. And again, please do understand on that, I have not installed mods or anything. These are just the base performance of Pokemon Legends ZA in Ryubing, and it runs well. And it looks much better than the Nintendo Switch 2 version, if I may say. So I'm just gonna stop the emulation here. So as long as you have followed all the steps that I've shown you in this guide, you'll be able to play Pokemon Legends ZA easily into your PC. So if you have some questions regarding the installation process, then just leave a comment in the comment section below and I'll try my best to answer all of them as fast as I can. So if you find this video helpful, please do like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell because that will help me out. Thank you for watching, see you next time, and goodbye for now.